Ever wondered how fast your money can grow? It's a question that has probably crossed your mind at some point. You earn money, you spend money, but what happens to the money you save? Does it just sit there, or does it have the potential to do something more? Money, believe it or not, has the power to grow. It's like a seed you plant in the ground. With the right conditions, a little bit of water, some sunshine, and time, that seed can sprout into a tree. And just as a tree can bear fruit year after year, your money can also multiply over time, creating a source of wealth that can sustain you in the future. This is the concept of money growth. It's not just about stashing your hard-earned cash under your mattress or in a simple savings account. It's about making your money work for you. How? By investing it in places where it can earn interest or generate returns. This could be in the form of a savings account that offers compound interest, a retirement fund, stocks, bonds, or other types of investments. Understanding money growth is crucial to building wealth. It's like knowing the rules of the game. If you know how the game is played, you're more likely to score points and win. Similarly, if you understand how money growth works, you're more likely to make smart financial decisions that can help increase your wealth over time. But here's the thing, money growth isn't magic. It's not about getting rich quick or finding a secret formula to multiply your money overnight. It's about understanding the principles of finance and economics, and then using that knowledge to guide your financial decisions. It's about patience, discipline, and making the most of the resources you have. So, are you ready to discover this incredible power of money growth? Are you ready to learn how to make your money work harder for you, so you can build a secure financial future? If your answer is yes, then you're in the right place. Today, we will unravel the mystery behind fast money growth. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill, growing bigger with each roll. That's compound interest for you. Let's break it down. Compound interest is the interest you earn on both your original money and on the interest you continually accumulate. It's like a snowball effect. You start off with a small snowball, or in our case, a small amount of money. As this snowball rolls down the hill, it picks up more snow, growing larger and larger. Similarly, your money grows as it earns interest, and then that interest earns interest on itself, and this process repeats. Think of it like this. Suppose you put $100 into a savings account with an annual interest rate of 5%. After 1 year, you'd have $105. The next year, you're not just earning interest on your original $100 anymore, but also on the additional $5 that your money earned the previous year. So, at the end of the second year, you'd have $110.25, and so on. Now, this might not seem like a lot, but let's scale things up a bit. Imagine you start with $10,000 instead. After 20 years with that same 5% interest rate, you'd have more than $26,000, and you didn't have to lift a finger. That's the power of compound interest. The key to maximizing the benefits of compound interest is time. The longer you leave your money in the account, the more interest it will accumulate, and the larger your snowball will become. It's the reason why starting to save and invest early in life can lead to significant wealth over time. Let's say you start saving $300 a month at the age of 25, with an annual interest rate of 6%. By the time you hit 65, you'd have over $1 million. But if you start at 35 instead, you'd only have about $450,000 by the time you're 65. That's less than half, despite only starting 10 years later. Time really is money when it comes to compound interest. The more time your money has to grow, the more it will. The snowball gets bigger and bigger the longer it rolls down the hill. So, whether you're saving for retirement, a home, or just a rainy day, remember the power of compound interest. It can turn small, regular investments into a substantial sum over time. It's not about having a lot of money to start with. It's about starting early and letting your money work for you. So, you see, compound interest is your money's best friend, multiplying itself over time. Ever heard of the Rule of 72? It's a secret weapon for smart investors. You might be wondering, what's this Rule of 72? Well, it's a simple mathematical trick that can help you predict when your investments will double. Yes, you heard that right. It can tell you how long it will take for your money to double, given a fixed annual rate of interest. So, how does it work? It's actually pretty straightforward. You take the number 72 and divide it by the interest rate you're earning. The result is approximately how many years it will take for your investment to double in value. Let's break it down with an example. Say you have an investment that earns an annual interest rate of 6%. Take the number 72 and divide it by 6. The result is 12. This means it will take roughly 12 years for your investment to double in value. But what if your interest rate is higher? Let's say it's 12%. Well, 72 divided by 12 gives us 6. So, if your investment is earning an annual interest rate of 12%, it will take about 6 years for your investment to double. The beauty of the rule of 72 is that it provides a quick and easy way to estimate the power of compound interest. With this rule, you don't need to be a math whiz or financial guru to understand how your investments are growing. Now remember, the rule of 72 is an estimate. It's not exact, but it's close enough to give you a good idea of how long it will take for your investment to double. This can be incredibly helpful when planning for the future. Whether you're saving for a down payment on a house, your child's college education, or your retirement, the rule of 72 can give you a sense of how long it might take to reach your financial goals. The rule of 72 isn't just for investors, though. It can also be a powerful tool for borrowers. By understanding how quickly interest can compound, you can make smarter decisions about your debt. For instance, if you have a credit card with an interest rate of 18%, the rule of 72 tells you that your debt could double in just 4 years if you're not careful. So, there you have it. The rule of 72. A simple, effective tool to help you understand the power of compound interest and make smarter financial decisions. It's a way to predict the future, to take control of your finances, and to ensure that your money is working as hard as possible for you. With the rule of 72, you can quickly estimate the power of compound interest. Now that you know the secrets, how can you harness the power of compound interest and the rule of 72? To make compound interest your best friend, you need to understand 3 key principles: starting early, making regular investments, and exercising patience. Let's delve into each. Firstly, starting early. The magic of compound interest is that it grows your money exponentially over time. The more time you have, the more your money can grow. Consider 2 friends, Alice and Bob. Alice starts investing at 25, while Bob waits until he's 35. Even if Bob invests more money each year, Alice will still come out ahead by retirement because she started 10 years earlier. That's the power of starting early. Next, regular investments. It's not about making one big investment and then forgetting about it. The power of compound interest comes from consistently adding to your investment over time. Let's revisit our friends Alice and Bob. This time, they both start investing at the same age, but Alice invests a small amount every month, while Bob saves up and invests a larger sum once a year. Despite investing the same amount each year, Alice will end up with more money by retirement because her money had more time to compound. That's the magic of regular investments. And finally, patience. Compound interest isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-slowly-but-surely scheme. The most significant growth happens in the later years, so you need to be patient and let your money do its work. It's like planting a tree. You can't expect it to bear fruit immediately. It takes time, but once it starts bearing fruit, you'll be glad you were patient. Now let's talk about how you can use the rule of 72 to guide your investment decisions. Remember, the rule of 72 tells you how long it will take for your investment to double given a fixed annual rate of return. So if you're considering 2 investment options, one with a 6% return and the other with an 8% return, you can use the rule of 72 to estimate how long it will take for your money to double with each option. Divide 72 by the rate of return, and voila! You have the number of years it will take to double your investment. In this case, the 6% investment would take about 12 years to double, while the 8% investment would take about 9 years. That's a difference of 3 years. The rule of 72 can be a powerful tool in helping you make informed investment decisions. In conclusion, harnessing the power of compound interest and the rule of 72 is all about understanding the importance of starting early, making regular investments, and being patient. These principles, combined with the rule of 72, can guide your investment strategy and accelerate your wealth-building journey. Remember, there's no shortcut to wealth. It takes time, discipline, and a good understanding of how money works. But with compound interest and the rule of 72 on your side, you're well equipped to make your money work for you. Remember, the earlier you start, the more compound interest works in your favor. So, what have we learned about growing money fast? Let's take a breather and ruminate on the key points we've discussed today. There's a certain magic to how money grows. It's not a hocus pocus, but a clear, logical process. with compound interest being its most powerful tool. Compound interest, as we've learned, is where the interest earned on your investment is added back into the pot, creating a snowball effect. Your money starts to earn money on its own, and the longer you let it roll, the bigger the snowball becomes. This is where beauty of time comes into play. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Think of it as planting a seed. The earlier you plant it, the more time it has to grow into a towering tree. That's the power of compound interest. It's not about how much you invest, but rather how long you let your investment grow. Now let's revisit the Rule of 72. It's a simple but powerful tool that helps you estimate how long it will take for your investment to double, given a certain interest rate. It's as easy as dividing 72 by your interest rate. Let's say you're earning a 6% interest rate on your investment. According to the Rule of 72, it'll take roughly 12 years for your investment to double. This rule is not just a neat trick. It's a lighthouse guiding you through your financial journey. It helps you set realistic expectations and plan for the future. Knowing how long it will take for your money to double allows you to set financial goals and timelines. It's a compass that points you towards financial freedom. But remember, the Rule of 72 works best with compound interest. It's like a dynamic duo, Batman and Robin, if you will. Compound interest is the engine that drives your money growth, and the Rule of 72 is the roadmap that shows you where you're going. These concepts are not just theories or financial jargon. They are practical tools that you can apply in your daily life. Whether you're saving for retirement, planning to buy a house, or just want to build your wealth, understanding compound interest and the Rule of 72 can make a big difference. Just imagine, with these tools in your arsenal, you're no longer merely saving money. You're growing it. You're not just building wealth, you're accelerating it. It's not just about surviving financially, it's about thriving. So don't just let your money sit idle in a bank account. Make it work for you. Let compound interest and the Rule of 72 guide you on your path to financial success. With compound interest and the Rule of 72, you're now equipped to make your money grow faster than you ever thought possible. And remember, if you have enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and share.